The deoxyribonucleic acid, or DNA for short, is the fundamental type of molecule in biology. It is the code for every physical trait of every organism. Everyone has just one single type of DNA within them. See, when we talk about chimerism, we are talking about an incident happening at random in nature, because of which inside one organism, different cells may have different types of DNAs, and the organism formed may be like this or this or this. The tetragametic chimerism consists of two words, tetra and gamete. Tetra means 4 and gamete means 6 cells. In the case of humans, sperms and ovaries. Although it does not mean that 4 sperms fertilize a single ovary. That's impossible. What happens is that due to hormonal imbalances, the female body releases not 1 but 2 ovaries, resulting in the fertilization of both of them. Now, when both of them fertilize, this should probably result in fraternal twins, although that is not the case. What usually happens is that one of the embryo dies very early and the other embryo absorbs it. Now, when it absorbs it, it also absorbs the DNA and genetic material of that embryo, and that DNA stays inside that organism throughout his life. Stem cells are essentially the core cells of our body. You could think of them as the water in your color palette. Each of the color has its own base, but in order to us to use them into painting, we'll have to mix it with water so that we could use their colors. Similarly, all our organs are already coded in our DNA, but we need stem cells to create them. And it shows that if we transplant any stem cell, say bone marrow, its DNA will spread throughout the body and express its existence. All these cases that we talked about said that the organism had its own DNA first, and then an external DNA came into her body. Let's say you spill some water on one of your colors. Your canvas does look very messy, but by just doing this simple experiment, you're able to observe many different shades of your colors. Over here, I'm talking of mosaicism. The paint represents your DNA, and the water spilled over it represents your cell dividing. Sometimes due to varying factors, you see various shades of the color. Similarly, sometimes due to varying factors, DNA mutates while copying itself. Many people differentiate mosaicism from chimerism, but the core idea is the same, 2 different DNAs in single organism. If a person who is a chimera mates with another person who is also a chimera, will their offspring also be a chimera?